kids! We are now in a second week in quarter 2. I am your teacher Ikar, your mathematics teacher in grade 4. In your previous lesson, you have learned how to find the factors and multiples of the given numbers, as well as how to find prime factorization using factor tree and continuous division. In this lesson, you will use those methods to find the common factors, or the greatest common factors, or the GCF, common multiples, and least common multiple, or the LCM, of two numbers using the following method: listing method, prime factorization, and continuous division. Now, get ready your pen and paper because it's drill time. Give the prime factorization of the following numbers. The first number is 38. I will give you 10 seconds to answer this number.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0.
Okay, time's up. Okay, the answer is 2 times 19, or 2 by 19. Your answers are correct. Very good. Next number, 56. 10 seconds starts now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0.
Time's up. The answer, or the prime factorization in 56 is 2 by 2 by 2 by 7, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Okay.
Good job!
Last number for prime factorization, 81. 10 seconds will start now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0.
Okay, time's up. The answer in 81 for prime factorization is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Oh, there are 4 3. Now, let us find the composite number. Kabaliktaran lang nung una nating ginawa. Let us see. The first composite numbers are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 3 times 3. I'll give you again 10 seconds to answer. And the time starts now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0.
Time's up. And the answer is 72. Next, 2 times 2 times 5 times 7. Your 10 seconds will start now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0.
Time's up. And the answer is 140.
Good job!
The last number, or the last composite number, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. What should be the composite number here? Your 10 seconds starts now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 0.
Time's up. And the prime factorization of these numbers are 180. Let us proceed. Let us analyze the problem. But before that, let us find out how will we answer the following problem. You will learn in order to find the common factor and multiples as well as GCF or the greatest common factor and the LCM or least common multiple, you may use the following: the listing method, the factor tree or the prime factorization, and the continuous division. Greatest common factor or the GCF is the product of all prime divisors, while least common multiple or the LCM is the product of all divisors and the number in the final row. Let us read and understand the short problem below. Observe how the idea of common factor and greatest common factor help to solve this problem. Larry wants to cover a 30 cm by 40 cm cardboard of identical square paper. Can you help him to find the largest possible square to cover his cardboard? Let us see. In greatest common factor, let us use the three methods. First, we have the listing method. Let us use the first method, the listing method. Using the block models in the right side, you can now consider that the initial step is to divide each side into groups of the same or equal length. The idea of this step is also the same in finding the common factors of 30 and 40. Now, observe how the concept of GCF applied in this problem. Let us see. The factor of 30 are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30. While the 40 or the factor of 40 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 40. Now, we have the same factor of 1. We have also 2 or the same factor of 2. The other is 5 and the last one is 10. They are all the common factors. Now, we have the greatest common factor here, or the number 10. This is called the greatest common factor. Going back to the problem above, you know now that the side of the largest possible square is 10 cm. The model block show that the 30 by 40 cm cardboard of Leo can be covered of 12 squared with 10 by 10 cm side. Now let us proceed in the second method. We have the factor tree or the prime factorization. We have the given numbers 30 and 40. In using factor 3, in 30, we have 2 times 15. Another is for 15, 3 by 5. And let us bring down the 2. So we have the prime factorization in 30 of 2, 3, and 5. Let us proceed to 40. We have 2 times 20. Other one is 2 times 10. And the other one is 2 times 5. Let us bring down the 2 and 2. So the prime factorization of this number is 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. Let us see. We have the same numbers here. The 2 and the 5. So when we multiply the 2 and 5, it will be equals to 10. So meaning the GCF here is the number 10. Third method, in greatest common factor by continuous division. We have the given numbers 40 and 30. When we divide 2 to 40 and 30, it will become 20 and the 30 will become 15. So, pwede pa po natin yang ibaba. Divide po natin naman sa 5. 20 divide 5 is 4 and 15 divide 5 is 3. So, meron pa bang pwedeng ibaba sa 4 and 3? May naisip pa ba kayo? Yes, correct. Wala na. For greatest common factor, kapag wala na pong pwedeng ibaba, kahit pwede pa yung isa, ay hindi na po pwede. So, meaning, we have only 2 and 5 here. When we multiply it, 2 times 5 is equals to 10. So, the greatest common factor here is 10. Now, punta naman po tayo sa least common multiples. Tapos na po tayong isolve yung problem ha. It is now the least common multiples. Yan. Kagaya din po ng greatest common factor, we have the 3 steps. The first one is listing method, just like the greatest common factors. Pero paano nga ba tayo nag-listing method dito? Tignan natin. Okay, the given numbers here are 18, 24, and 36. Let us have the listing method. 18, the listing method of 18 is 18, 36, 54, 72, 90, 108, 100, 26, 144, and 162. Paano nga ba ito nakuha? Madali lang po. 18 times 1 is 18. 18 times 2 is 36. 18 times 3 is 54. 18 times 4 is 72, and so on and so forth hanggang sa umabot ka po sa pinakadulo. Then, 24. 24 times 1 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. 24 times 3 is 72, and so on and so forth. The 36, ganun din po. 36 times 1 is 36. 36 times 2 is 72. 36 times 3 is 108. 36 times 4 is 144. Now, what are the common multiples of these numbers? Ano-ano po yung magkakaparehas sila? Let us see. We have 72 and 144. The common multiples for 18, 24, 36 are 72 and 144. Now, the smallest among all of these common multiples is, ano po yung pinakamaliit? Yes, very good. The smallest common multiple is 72. Therefore, 72 is the least common multiple of these numbers. Let us have the next. Okay, the factor 3 or the prime factorization. We have also the given numbers 18, 24, and 36 using the prime factorization ito ha. Let us see. 18. 2 times 9 is equals to 18. Then, meron pa po dong 9 na pwedeng hanapan po natin ng factors. So, 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So, nagkaroon tayo dito. Ayan. Then, bring down 2. Hindi na po natin isasama yung 1 times ganun, 1 times ganun. Hindi na po yun ha. So, ang natira na lang po natin dito is 2 times 3 times 3. So, yun po ang ating prime factorization. Next one, 24. 2 times 12. Doon tayo sa 12, then again 2 times 6. Then, dito na po tayo sa 6, 2 times 3. Ang natira na lang po dito is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Another one, the 36. 2 times 18 is equals to 36. Sa 18 naman, 2 times 9 is equals to 18. Then, sa 9 naman po, 3 times 3 is 9. So, may natira na lang po dito. Ini-bring down natin itong 2 and 2 para po mas kita po natin. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Now, 18 is equal to 2 times 3 times 3. 24 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. 36, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Ayan, tingnan po natin ang kaibahan. We have 2, 2, 2, 3, and 3. Lahat po ng numbers na nandyan ay imumultiply natin. Pero yung magkakaparehas na may mga katabat na po, isa lamang po yun. So, what should be the least common multiples of these numbers? Okay, 72 pa rin po. Tama po kayo. Next naman natin, the continuous division. Let us have the given numbers 18, 24, and 36. The divisor of these numbers is 2. 18 divide 2 is 9. 24 divide 2 is 12. 36 divide 2 is 18. Now, what are the divisor for these three numbers? We have 3. 9 divide 3, 12 divide 3, and 18 divide 3 is equivalent to 3, 4, and 6. Now, let us find the common factors of 3, 4, and 6. May naisip pa ba kayo? Wala na. Wala na pong common factor ang 3. So, meaning, may dalawa na lang po. Itutuloy pa po ba natin? Yes, of course. We will continue dividing these two numbers. Hanggat meron pa pong pwedeng i-divide, pwede pa po. Let us have 2. Ano munang gagawin natin sa 3? Let us have carry down the 3 to the next line. Ayan, ikakopy lang po natin yung 3. Then, let us continue the process and until any of the numbers have no common factors except 1. 4 divide 2 is equivalent to 2 and 6 divide 2 is equivalent to 3. Let us have another divisor. We have 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Then, hindi na ito pwede, kaya ikakopy na lang po natin itong 2. And then again, 3 equivalent to 1. So, meaning, we have 2 times 3, na ito po siya sa tabi muna, times 2 times 3, and then yung pong nasa baba, times 1 times 2 times 1 is equivalent to 72. That is the least common multiple of these numbers, or the 18, 24, and 36. Now, let us practice. Find the common factors and common multiple of each number using any of the methods. Kahit alin daw po ang pwedeng gamitin. We have 25 and 75. I'll give you 60 seconds to answer these numbers. And the time starts now. Okay, time's up. The answer is 1, 5, 25 in common factors and 75, 150, and 225 in multiples. Paano po nakuha yun? Let us see. In common factors, we have 25 which has the factors of 1 times 25 and 5 times 5. Then 75 naman is 1 times 75, 3 times 25, 5 times 15, na kapag sinunod-sunod natin ay ito na po, 1, 5, 25. Yung number na nauulit dito, hindi na po natin uulitin dito sa pag-arrange natin. Arrange the number from smallest to largest. So, 25 equals 1, 5, 25. Then 75, 1, 3, 5, 15, 25, and 75. Now, the question is, what are the common factors of these numbers? We have 5, 1, 5, and 25. So, the common factors here is 1, 5, 25. Let us see on multiples. Paano naman po nalaman natin na ganun ang sagot? We have 25 equals 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, and 225. Yan. Paano nga po natin nakuha ito? Ito po ay minumultiply lang natin by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Then, 75. 75 has 75, 150, 225, 300, 375, 450, 525, and 600, and so on and so forth. Pwede pa po yan madagdagan kung gusto nyo. Pero kunin po natin yung tatlong magkakaparehas nila. 75, another is 150, and the last one is 225. So, the multiples here are 75, 150, and 225. Let us next proceed to the next number, 35 and 45. Your time starts now. Okay, time's up, and the answer in 35 and 45 is, common factor is 5 and the multiple is 315. Mababang number kasi kaya siguro iisa lang ang common factors nila and multiple. Let us see kung paano natin ito nakuha. In common factors, we have 35 and 45. Ang ginamit palang method dito is prime factorization, which is in 35, we have 5 times 7, and in 45, we have 5 times 9, and the 9 have 3 times 3. So, we have 35 equals 5 times 7, and 45 by 3 times 3 times 5. The common factor here is only 5, so that the common factor is only 5. Next, the multiple. We have We have the same factors. But, ang kaibahan lang po natin, lahat ng numbers na nandito is ibinaba natin and ni-multiply natin. So, 3 times 3 times 5 times 7 is equals to 315. So that the multiple is 315. Let us have another activity. Find the GCF and LCM of each number using any of the methods. O, baka malito kayo ha. GCF and LCM na po. Tig-isang numbers na ang kukunin natin. Unlike the other activity na napakarami. It's more than 3 or more than 2. Now, we have only one GCF and only one LCM. Let us have the first number. 27 and 54. I'll give you 60 seconds to answer these numbers. And your time starts now. Time's up. Let us answer. Let us have first the GCF in continuous division method. We have 27 and 54. The divisor of 27 and 54 is 3. 27 divided by 3 is 9 and 54 divided by 3 is 18. So what should be the divisor of 9 and 18? We have 3. 9 divided 3 is 3 and 18 divided 3 is 6. Okay, meron pa po ba? Yes, meron pa po tayong divisor. We have 3 again. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Meron pa po ba dito? Wala na po. So, kukunin na po natin ang GCF. 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 times 3 is equals to 27. So, our GCF here is 27. Now, let us proceed to LCM. Same process of continuous division. We have 27 and 54. The divisor is also 3, 9 and 18 is the answer. The divisor of 9 and 18 is also 3. 9 divided 3 and 18 divided 3 is 3 and 6. The divisor of 3 and 6 is also 3. 3 divided 3 is 1 and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Ngayon, kunin naman natin ang LCM. We have 3 times 3 times 3 times 1 times 2 is equivalent to 54, which is, it is our LCM or the least common multiple. Let us proceed. Let us proceed to the next sample. 54 and 72. I'll give you 60 seconds to solve these numbers and your time starts. let us answer. Let us have 54 and 72 in prime factorization method. In 54, we have 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And in 72, we have 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 and 3. Or these numbers, 54 equals 2 times 3 times 3 times 3 and 72 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. We have the same numbers here. Para daw po makuha natin yung GCF, kunin po natin yung may magkakaparehas na number. We have 2, 3, and 3. So when we multiply it in each other, 2 times 3 times 3 is equivalent to 18. So the GCF here is 18. Now let us proceed to the LCM. We have the same factors in 54 and 72. Ito nga lang po ang kaibahan. Lahat ng numbers ay isusulat o ilalagay po natin diyan. So, we have 2 and 2 and 2. Kung magkaparehas naman, itatapat lang po natin. Then 3 times 3 times 3. So, when we multiply these numbers, the answer is 216. So that the LCM or the least common multiple of this number is 216. Now, let us have 12 and 16. We have 60 seconds to answer these numbers. Answer. In these numbers, we use listing method. The first is 12. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Nasaan po ito? Naandito po yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Ini-arrange ko lang po na from smallest to largest number. The next number is 16. The factors are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. And what number, o ano kaya pong number, ang magkaparehas sila, yung largest number? The answer is 4. Kung alin po yung may pinakamalaki dyan na magkaparehas sila, it will be your GCF or the greatest common factor. How about in LCM? In listing method, we have 12. In listing method, 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36, and so on and so forth. And 16, 16 times 1 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, 16 times 3 is 48, and so on and so forth. Now, which number is the same factors? Yung smallest number naman po ang kukunin natin dito na magkaparehas sila. So, the smallest number here is 48. So that our LCM here is 48. Now, let us see if you understand our lesson. It's quiz time. Solve the following problem using the three concepts of LCM and GCF. Number 1. Miss May has 3 ribbons to be cut into the same lengths. The lengths of the ribbons are 24, 40, and 48 inches. What is the greatest possible length of each pieces of ribbon to avoid leftover ribbons? Number 2. The pupils of Dupag Elementary School collected used plastic bottles for recycling. They arranged the bottle in boxes of 5 and 6. What is the least number of bottles the pupils gathered in all? I'll give you 60 seconds to answer these problems. And your time starts now. Time's up. Let us answer. Okay, let us proceed. Let us answer using the listing method. We have 24. The factors are 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 8. Arrange it in smallest to largest number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. The other number is 40. The factors are 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8. Arrange it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, and 40. Next number is 48. The factors are 1 times 48, 2 times 24, 3 times 16, 4 times 12, and 6 times 8. Let us arrange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, and 48. Now, what is the greatest common factor here? The greatest common factor is 8. We have the same 8 here. Next one. The next one is factor 3 or prime factorization. The first number, 24. The factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. The second number, in 40, the factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. And the last number, the factors are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Tama po ba ito? Okay, hanapin natin yung magkakaparehas po nila. We have 2 times 2 times 2. So, yung isang 2 dito, walang katapat. Yung 3 naman, dadalawa lang sila, kulang. At yung 5, kulang din. So, 2 times 2 equals 4 times 2 is equivalent to 8. Let us proceed on a continuous division. We have 24, 40, and 48. The divisor here is 2. 24 divided 2 is 12. 40 divided 2 is 20. 48 divided 2 is 24. Now, what is the divisor for 12, 20, and 24? Correct. 2. The divisor is 2. 12 divide 2, 20 divide 2, and 24 divide 2 is 6, 10, and 12. What is the divisor for 6, 10, and 12? We have again 2. 6 divide 2, 10 divide 2, and 12 divide 2 is 3, 5, and 6. Now, we have 2 times 2 equals 4 times 2 is equivalent to 8. 8 is our GCF. Let us have in number 2 in listing method. We have 5 and 6, the given numbers. The listing method of 5 is 5 or 5 times 2 is 10 by 5 or skip counting po natin. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and so on and so forth. Then 6, ganun din po, skip counting lang natin or multiply by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on and so forth. So what is the number that is the same? Smallest number. Okay, we have 30, so that the LCM here is 30. We have now in factor 3 or the prime factorization in number 2. We have 5 and 6. The factors of 5 is 1 times 5 and the 6 is 2 times 3. Or 1 times 5 times 2 times 3 is equivalent to 30. That is our LCM. This is our last activity. Here's our references: Mathematics SLM Pivot, Mathematics Learners Materials from YouTube. Thank you very much.